Alright there, ladies and gentlemen, John Suitepee here, bringing you part 29 of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. And this time, no 3-month waiting period, so let's get straight to it as we climb the Onyx Tower, the first level, of which there will probably be quite a few. So let's see what surprises. So again, some thicker doors, that's certainly different. Again, we're no longer in the basement. Olive oil. Instead, we are now in the first level. All these extra potions, which I will pretty much be using as like supply bins, more or less. Which is pretty much the case at this point. We have all the potions we need, and the game seems to be supplying us with copious amounts of extra potions, should we need them. I see the Minotaurs from the last part have returned with a vengeance. Trying to avoid that mist if we can. I think I'll summon the face sword to be a little resistance here. Maybe want to deal with that golem first. The Minotaurs I'll be able to kite quite easily. That golem must fall. Trying to pick up the whatever, I'll do it after the battle. Kill the monsters first before you fight them. Go, face sword, attack the Minotaurs. That'll teach them. I guess we'll be seeing quite a few monsters from previous parts in the next few levels, I imagine. We might even see some lizard people. God forbid. We haven't seen enough of them in this playthrough. We need a couple more. But you never know, we might see some lizard people, we might not. We'll see. We'll definitely see some nice looking architecture. That is not going to change anytime soon. Still see nice of them to be storing their barrels and other pieces of equipment at this point. Such. So, there were a fair few comments in the last video which made me happy. And they were good comments too. Which is also quite good, because I kind of realised after watching a couple of videos that it's not always a good thing to have an abundance of comments, because sometimes it can be quite derpy. Of course, I'd like to experience that so I could adjust the request as necessary, but still, quite a few responses last time, which made me happy. I always like to see what people think, even if it's just a case of you think everything's okay and you'd like it to stay that way. Shocking burst, fine greatsword, +5. I'm gonna drop this and check the stats.
I'm not strong enough to carry anymore.
I'm gonna guess it's probably a two-handed weapon, which means sacrificing my shield, which I'm not going to. Oh, I better equip it. I must want to start punching the enemies. Nah, I'm not quite willing to give up this shield and armor protection. I need all the armor I can get, being a spell sword. Mage, but going spell sword spec. I think we'll bring out the face sword again. Do a bit of extra damage, and it's attacking the correct target. Maybe I can poison mist does make dealing with the golem a bit tricky. No matter. Just popping up for a rejuvenation potion, and face sword will do some nice damage there. Keep a fair bit of distance away to avoid the poison gas. Down you go. Not quite the steam from the golems in Skyrim, but I think poison's a bit more devastating anyway than steam, to be honest. What it would have been like if it was the case in Skyrim and they had poison steam golems. Ah well. So far, I'm not really noticing a particular increase in difficulty. I mean, these Minotaurs aren't exactly very hard to deal with, given my current state. In fact, they were easier to deal with than the gargoyles and the golems last time around. That'd be good if I was a bowman. Oh, guess you had to be quick, because it'll disappear into the void. I've noticed that happened before. Guess it's some kind of item glitch. Good thing I didn't need it. Otherwise that would have been quite a game breaker right there. Let's hope that doesn't happen for when something I want drops. Like a one-handed sword. Now, it does seem like we're going to be picking up a fair amount of good items towards the end of the game. Here. Ooh. Scale gloves plus 5. Scale gloves plus 5. Now, we have full plate gloves plus 3. I'm not actually sure if that's an upgrade or not, but I'll have to check in a minute. Just out the face sword again. A little bit of extra damage. Nice, Kingdom. I want to check. Thank you. I'm going to drop the gloves, equip the scales. Nope, they're actually a downgrade, so we actually want to take back the full plate ones. Scale gloves, you're going to have to be at least a plus 10 if you're going to get my attention. For sure. So we don't have any space for any inferior items at this point in the proceedings. As we approach the end, and there's a DGHFHJJ, as correctly pointed out, we will indeed be finding more good armor and weapons in the tower. Which I kind of already knew, at least the Onyx sword, but it seems we'll be acquiring yet more and more useful items along the way. I would say there, but as I saw the Minotaur off screen, I'm going to bash his head in with my sword. And I'm going to spark up his life with my magic. I'm going toe-to-toe there, that particular Minotaur, but
No room for that.
I have no room to save. Oh, yes, I do. The Onyx Tower. Ooh. It's so important it's there. As in, just the Onyx Tower. There's no Onyx Tower like this tower anywhere in the world. Oh, no, sirree. This is the one and only. And you'd better like it, or else we'll be decreasing our hospitality next year. Damn, that poison sure is kind of hard to aim that round the corner there, but prevailed nevertheless. Don't want any arrows. Only health potions for me, thank you. Health potions and lots of save points. But you seem to give me a copious amount of save points. Just in case. I don't want to risk getting a nasty hit from these Minotaurs. They're easy to deal with, but they do hit hard when given the opportunity. And claustrophobic corridors are a good place for them to fight me, but I can easily circle around them, so no biggie. And sometimes I can freeze them. I'm sure he'll make for a good coat. Ooh, 1 gold. Is that like a joke or something? 1 gold. I hope you like this 1 gold we got you. Seems to be busting out the face sword quite a bit in this part so far. Probably because I want that little extra damage when I'm trying to take down these annoying golems. Come on, go down. Yep. Don't want any more of your poison mist. Face sword's actually getting a few stun hits in there, which is pretty cool.
I have no room for that.
Oh, good, you have no room for that. Sweet. And here I was worrying that we would... Oh, whoa. And here I was worrying that we'd run out of supplies. And yet the tower continues to provide. Now, what's in here? A fine scimitar plus 4. Well, that's a one-handed weapon. Let's pick it up. Ooh, it's interesting, but it doesn't do as much damage. Unfortunately, it's got a much better minimum damage ratio, but its maximum is... I don't want the extra rejuvenation. I want to take this weapon rack. I have to actually venture into the arrows just to get there, but it turns out it's a two-hander, so we'll be moving on. You can see more of these arrow traps. I just love using the lightning at this point just to burst open the doors and barrels and crates and stuff like that. Not doors. Ooh. Oh wow, I'm actually absorbing the damage. It's like, yeah, whatever, I don't really care. Oh, the arrows are actually hurting the Minotaurs as well. Huh, that's kind of cool. Usually in stuff like that, the traps don't actually affect the enemies. But in this game they do. A nice little touch there that they added. I want to take down the frozen one. Oh, double smash. Yeah. Very double smash. Just better get away from the arrow trap ourselves. Hopefully at this point. I wonder when we're going to start. I wonder if there's going to be a mini-boss before we fight the main boss. I can foresee there being a boss when we get the Onyx Sword of some description. Maybe the Onyx Sword itself will be the boss. Who knows? This Maybe Face Sword will have an epic duel with another magical floating sword. Perhaps. Just getting here, of course. I don't actually know if there is a mini-boss or not. I'm not saying this based off I know. I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you. Standing in the poison mist and just unleashing hell? Viable tactic, or just got lucky with the damage there? Yeah, you decide. You all decide. So I guess to beg back to talking about the comments of rambling about the game. There was a particularly interesting comment from someone who's just discovered this channel by the name of I Don't Like Free Hunter. No idea what that. I don't know what Free Hunter is. Perhaps this person could explain to me their choice of name. It's always interesting to hear the sort of reasoning behind. Now then, that looks good. I'm going to dexterity. Always interesting to hear the reasoning. Problem is, it gives away its constitution, but it is more dexterity. Decisions. Do we decrease our health points and go for the armor bonus? I'd certainly like to pick it up. You know what? I'm actually going to do just that, I think. But what to drop in exchange? Well, it'll definitely be better than the amulet for protection in any event, since it will provide way more armor. So we'll take that and we'll consider it for future use, methinks. So anyway, Don't Like Free Hunter said that they liked that even when I wandered off the script slightly, which I don't have a script, obviously, I just kind of wing it, but that was still interesting to listen to, which bring a rejuvenation. Sorry, I'm trying to talk about this comment and I keep picking up items. Rejuvenation. You know, rejuvenation. Huh. That's interesting. We have I only assume that rejuvenation perhaps relates to mana. That could be useful, actually, but what should we sacrifice? Constitution +2, protection. Well, I think we'll drop one of these rings of protection and we'll swap it out for this rejuvenation thing. I'm going to assume it's to do with, yeah, it must be. Rejuvenation potions, rejuvenation. Okay, a mana regen item. That could be useful, actually. I mean, you know, maybe we'll have burnt out all our manas potions on the final boss. We may need that rejuvenation potion to recuperate our magic power. So that could actually be quite a useful drop. But again, for the moment, we're well supplied and we don't have to worry about that. But who knows if there's going to be a sub-boss that may require us to waste all the potions. And then we'll be down to it. But knowing me, I'll probably end up using none of them and just being the boss anyway. But at least I've got the option in case I'm struggling to consider some utility. But yeah, basically, he, she, could not have a gender. This person by the nickname could be either. I'm going to say one way or the other. But they said that it's kind of a discombobulated style of commentary. And that is true. I don't really script my playthroughs in any shape or form. I have a few topics I sort of put in the notepad, maybe. I mean, right now I have the YouTube window open from the last video, which is kind of different for me. Normally I have sort of a prepared sort of... I go for the last video. Half-plate gloves +5. Half-plate gloves +5. That could actually be an upgrade. And it's not. Oh well. Not quite, but was a bit closer than the last glove drop anyway. But yeah, I don't really script out my commentaries. I mean, right now I'm playing this, I'm literally making it up on the fly. And I think a large reason for that, really, is because, well, I'm a live streamer. Mainly, I only got into this Let's Play gig last year. Just as an aside, which I began to enjoy quite a bit, because it allowed me to play other games and stuff. Actually, half-plate boots +3. We already have the +5. We don't need that one. So I guess you could say my style is kind of winging it as such, very all over the place. But I'm glad to see that it's not gone down badly. I mean, you know, it could have been like terrible or... Oh, now that is an interesting one. It's a short sword, which will give us more DPS. how's the damage? Oh dear, damage is weak. No, I don't want that. Go away. Sorry, I stick with the longsword. It's teasing us with a weapon drop. There has to be a weapon drop that I want eventually. Right, game? Right? Please? Alright, so let's see. What kind of explored all this area? Yep. Alright. Let's carry on then. The box explodes into life. I'll just save again. But I'm kind of glad that people are liking my rambling style, and it's not just seeming like very awkward, like, what do I talk about? So I'm glad that at least one person finds it fun, and there's been no... It's kind of interesting that someone's pointed out, actually, after a year. Well, I think someone else may have in the past, but I can't remember your name at the moment. Sorry. But no, it's just kind of like a live stream. I commentate as I play. Obviously, other people do this as well. I guess I must have a knack for it, I suppose. It's actually kind of different from live streaming in a way. Mostly because I don't have anyone giving me feedback and saying, like, you're doing this, or you're doing this right, you're doing this wrong. So, something I've had to get used to, but I've certainly kind of enjoyed it. You know, being... in some ways, maybe because I don't have that feedback, I can sort of just play the game and not worry about having to look at the chat every 5 seconds and stuff. Which I like doing, but if you know the Dothless community, it can be a harsh place sometimes, full of barbed wires. Especially since I'm prone to raging quite a bit at silly things. So sometimes it's kind of nice just to play the game and, you know, not have people laughing at me. Oh wow, I'm getting hit by these. I didn't mean to pop that second potion, but oh well. This means I was getting some good charges in. Perhaps a tad overconfident, perhaps? Duh. And down you go. Oh well, I'll just have to shave it off the other bazillion potions. Oh look, there's some now. Trying to make sure I pick up these. Go, face sword, go! That experience bar isn't looking like it's going to go up anytime soon. Methinks. Unless there's going to be a boss or something involved. We will have to see. We will definitely have to see, but I'm loving the architecture of this place. It continues to amaze me. Pop myself a... Ah, screw it. Let's be greedy and pick up all the... Can I actually... Pick up all the potions there. Just be stupidly greedy for once. And what the heck? Face sword, come out again! I'm starting to enjoy you I'm starting to appreciate you as a companion this time around. So, more Minotaurs down. I don't think there's going to be a boss on this floor, to be honest. I think it's just going to be a bunch of enemies and then a passageway. Oh, but I could be wrong. Maybe there's a side area that's going to lead us to the Onyx Sword. Who can say? The Onyx Tower will be full of mysteries. Not least of all, where's the Onyx Sword? Who's building these steam golems? Well, with dwarves, I guess, but... Were dwarves in this game too? Or is someone else building these steam constructs? Who can say? Looks like one thing for sure, we're not running out of them anytime soon. Trying to angle my shot and doing a horrible job of it. More lightning! Why not? We have the license to waste a bit. And we shall start using it. I suppose. Oh, he's not dead yet. And now you're down. Bye, buddy. Wow, what a destructible stuff in here. Let's see if I can take this Minotaur down before the nasty, horrible... Ah, there we go. Short circuit test. Ugh, horrible. So much horrible. Check this room. Anything else in here? So another save. Wow, what a save points in this area, huh? Sure is generous. I think that might be partly because it is on normal, but And again, it might be that on all difficulties. Who knows? Who knows? Whether these creatures have actually been dropping anything in this tower. Most of the drops have just been coming from items, barrels and stuff like that. Slash, slash and hack. So, there was another comment made by Mr. Peepers, but now I have to scroll this channel down slightly. I'll do that in a second. Just give me a moment. Please die. Full plate gloves +2. Not quite the upgrade I'm looking for. Let me just scroll the comments down a second so I can see Mr. Peepers' comment. Oh, you might see the mouse cursor briefly there, making a cameo appearance. But yes, there was a comment by New Strength. Ooh, now I think we need that. Oh yes. Only snag. We have to do a bit of swapping out. So if we drop the Ring of Strength now, we'll be overburdened. So what we'll do here is we'll equip the new Ring of Strength +5, which actually gives us more carry weight. Whoa. Oh wow, I just realised this has combined 2 Ring of Strengths. Well, we don't need both. I'll keep the dexterity on, thank you. Wow, we can carry so much more now. If we wanted to. We could carry way more potions. Does this mean I'm going to go back and pick up more potions? Oh yes. I think we shall indulge. Nah, I'm not going to do that. We'll probably pick up enough potions on the way anyway. I don't need to go that crazy. We'll more than likely just... But basically, I'm going to have free license to pick up every potion from this box now. Without shadow of a doubt. That is a good drop. And also increase our melee damage, which is equally as useful. More melee damage, the better. But still don't need to pick up any arrows. I'm not going to be doing that. Just going to scroll the camera here. Don't want to pick up the arrows. And they do sometimes fall with these other drops. I need to be careful. Alright, so on to Mr. Peepers' 1979 comment. Oh, last part was a long-awaited part. Yes, definitely was. No doubt about that. Good thing this one not taking so long, eh? Careful with the potions. Let's see how many of each I have at the moment. Okay, bounce is still good. We've almost maxed out already. Maybe I should have taken the other strength. But it's there's an option. There's an option. I think I need to pick up more health though. Now let's see. Ring of Intellect +5. Well, that can replace the one that we currently have. Sorry, Ring of Intellect +5. I no longer need you. I have a Ring of 4, I should say. I have a +5. If I ever end up using Intellect anymore, that's the question. Might be useful. Again, we'll have the option at least. But yeah, he basically talked about the Meteor Swarm. Because I said last time that some of the spells I'd chosen weren't really that kind of useful. You know, and I think I might have mentioned Meteor Swarm, and he apparently only requested it because it was effective in the 2-player mode, of which this game would be really good for 2-player mode, I would imagine. I mean, I think I might have said that initially, but this game does have a 2-player mode, and I've never played it because back then I didn't have anyone to play it with. Still don't now, really, to be honest. Woohoo! Oh, it's nothing like that. I'm not going to turn it into a sob story or anything, don't worry. And we've maxed out our carry weight again. I think Meteor Swarm has had 1 or 2 uses. I'd assume use it in a crowd situation, but, you know, I was happy to take the spell because you only learn how good it is and by... Don't need the halberd. No one use style antics here, methinks. Unfortunately. Rejuvenation there. Ah, what the heck. Let's take another extra healing potion as well, just because we need more healing in the long run. Another chest. Ooh, now that might be an upgrade. Full plate boots. I think we're looking at an upgrade. Oh yes, 17! And they're enchanted. Obviously. So more glowing... Oh. They don't glow on the player. Alright, just... I've only just noticed that the armor pieces don't, except for the shield and sword, don't glow on the player. There must be more subtle enchantment or something. Oh well. More armor. is appreciated. So yeah, he basically only thought of the meteor swarm because of co-op, and never really thought of the single player aspect of it. Ooh, full plate mail +3. That is a huge upgrade. Nice. 42. How much armor does that give us anyway? What are we up to? Wow, 107 armor. That's pretty good. And the chest piece got to be upgraded. We're going to be well equipped for the boss now, even if we don't find anything super extra. But at this rate, we're going to be standing next to the boss and going, "Come on, try and hit me! Try and hit me! I dare you to try and hit me!" And apparently Mr. Peepers would also said he would comment on more things, but he didn't like Dynasty Warriors as much, and the other projects just didn't appeal to him. But he liked the Dark Alliance Let's Play, so that was why he was here in the first place. And then he had to stay. So it seems that some people only comment on certain games that they like to see, which is fine. Not everyone here is going to be a Doom fan. Not everyone here is going to be a Dynasty Warriors fan, and not everyone's going to be a Baldur's Gate fan. I think I've managed to somehow capture very tiny, chunky pieces of 3 different game markets, as such, if you would call it that. Another ring of strength +5. Right, I think we're going to drop this one now. We don't need you anymore. We have another ring of strength +5, and I'm very tempted to equip it. Very, very tempted, but I kind of like having the dexterity bonus on as well. Of course, we don't really need another +5 strength, do we? Nah, we should be fine. And so there's an option, again, if I feel like it near towards the end, I suddenly feel like, I feel like carrying up some extra potions. But I'm quite happy with the state of things as they are at the moment. And that's mostly because these enemies aren't proving too much challenging, while we have plenty of time for conversation. I'm sure the time will come where there'll be a little less conversation, a little more action. Probably later on. Wow, golem hits hard. Very slow. Come on, go down, you stupid thing. You not dead yet? Damn. Go down. Thank you. Now I'll probably another healing potion just for the sake of it. Why not? So it's good to know that's the case. And thank you for staying loyal, even though I was kind of late with the last part. Ooh, and we've made it to tower level 2. Obviously, I am a busy man. I'm still kind of getting used to my job, and sometimes days I just come home and I just don't want to do anything but be extremely lazy and watch YouTube videos all day, which I do sometimes. Admittingly, I need to make most of my days off a lot more. Trust me, it's not because I don't like doing it, it's just I feel very lazy sometimes, and you'll probably see that reflected in the upload rate. Yeah, a short sword won't do as much damage as a long sword, unfortunately. So we've pretty much got every single upgrade possible here, except well, except like a weapon upgrade, really. I guess the Onyx sword will be it, though, perhaps. Perhaps these are just filler material before then. And that seems to be the end of this part. Onyx Tower level 1. It feels like, you know, like in a like a Castlevania game or something, or any game really, where it's like before the boss fight. It feels like an extended part of powering the player up with adjustments and stuff just before the end. You know, giving you all the good items, all the health potions, all the mana upgrades, all the super secret death whatever powers, and then you go fight the final boss. It feels like that, but spread out over an entire level, or 3. Who knows? Who knows? Alright then, so, what did you all think of the first level of the Onyx Tower? I thought it was kind of meh, myself. Architecture notwithstanding, it was kind of easy. Gave much a chance to talk to everyone, though. But what do you think? Did you think, what do you think will come? Do you think the Onyx Sword will be on the next level up? Do you think there'll be different enemies that will be new and interesting this time? Or are they going to throw more lizard people at us? Or something we've seen before? And, of course, any comments at all appreciated. So, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all next time for part 30 of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. See you later, fantasy lovers.